mean, I think the biggest thing we got to start with here is what happened last night. Now, we're recording this on Tuesday, so Monday night, last night, the Steelers lose to the lowly Bengals. My Bengals, okay? And I'm okay with this. They can win and still get the third pick. You know, they don't pull a Jets here and mess everything up, but they still get the third pick and they ruin the Steelers season. What the hell is going on? They're 0-3 in their last 3 games after starting 11-0. This is crazy. What'd you think about that?
I mean, did you ever get in trouble with your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend and you wonder, what the heck did I do? And, that's what I think the Steelers are. The Steelers cannot figure this out.
They have
no idea what's happened to them, but they're falling apart before our eyes. And there's nothing different.
They really are.
They still got the receivers. They still got Ben. They got the defense. But what the heck is wrong with that team?
I mean, it's crazy. If you look at it, a lot of their defense has been destroyed. Bud Dupree and Bush, those are 2 of their top 5 players on defense probably. And on top of that, I think Ben's arm's shot after this last surgery. He cannot throw the ball downfield. So now, instead of having a balanced attack of running and passing, everyone knows, let's stack the box. If they throw a 5-yard slant or they run, I can still cover it.
I don't know if I'm admitting that his arm's gone because the guy was playing well before this.
Yeah, but they're also playing some pretty crappy teams. You actually go back and look at their resume. They're playing a lot of backups, a lot of Jets, a lot of Washingtons.
The guy was making the throws to Claypool down the field. I mean, the guy was making the throws.
Yeah, he has been. But, I mean, Claypool's been more of a surprise. I mean, you look at, like, Juju, right, who was supposed to be this wide receiver 1. And last night he has -5 points in a fantasy league. The guy's fumble. I mean, if he's supposed to be their wide receiver 1 and he's underperforming, I think that says a lot about their quarterback personally.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's crazy. They just don't have a balanced attack. And let me give you a little statistic here. This is pretty interesting. I'm going to give you a team here. In the last 3 games, has a better record, has more points per game, more rush yards, better third down percentage, and less turnovers. Guess who that team is?
Don't tell me Cincinnati.
No, that's the New York Jets, Gary. That's the damn New York Jets. You were very close. That's the worst team in the league, the New York Jets.
What do you got to say about the Jets? You got something to say about the Jets? You think that they're like new and improved version here?
I mean, I feel horrible because they completely screwed themselves here, right? Let me set the record straight. I'm happy for the players because the players never tank. That is nothing that ever happens in basketball or football or any sport. Professionals never tank. The offices decide to tank, right? So good for the players. Good for them. That sucks as a Jets fan, right? I mean, they finally get a win, and they should have won the last 2 out of 3. The Raiders, they should have won if you look at it. They are out of the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes.
All right, let's look at the. I was
It's
looking
crazy.
at the picks. I was looking at the picks and the first 4 picks. Trevor's going to go to the Jags right now.
Yeah.
The 6'6", 220 quarterback that can run is going to the Jags.
Yeah.
And then we got right now projected number 2 to the Jets is Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I know he didn't play well, but they got another quarterback that's right in line, and he's 6'3", 230. He's no small guy. So there you got a great quarterback there. I know he's not playing well right now. Now
Yeah.
the third pick is the Bengals. They're going after the top offensive tackle.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the draft.
That's Sewell.
Which is what they should do.
Yep.
And the 4th pick is going to be another quarterback going to Teddy Bridgewater's Carolina Panthers. So if you got Teddy on your fantasy team, I question whether you want to take him into the next season because he's going to get Zach Wilson from BYU to compete against him for that top job.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Jets are in a really tough position. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is a top 3 quarterback prospect to ever come out. Ever. John Elway, Andrew Luck, and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, that's high class. And you messed up. You can't even lose right. You mess up winning right. I mean, the Jets just completely screwed themselves out of a can't-miss prospect. This guy's unstoppable. He won a title as a freshman. Nothing's too big for this guy. And now you're stuck with Justin Fields. And that's a scary moment.
We got your rant coming up later. You can save your rant for the T. Ross rant. Look at our agenda.
All right.
All of our fans out there, look at our agenda up in the right-hand corner. We got what in the world? We got the picks of the week. And then the new agenda item, the T. Ross rant.
Watch out now.
And you all that have been fans of our show know that T can get it going. And we're
A
going to
little
watch
bit.
him. We're going to watch him go. And I swore I was going to put a timer on that segment, but we didn't get the timer on the clock on the charting time. But
Yeah, you might have to in the future. That might have to be something you do.
what else you got? One other item for what?
Yeah,
in the
I mean,
world?
well,
Anything else?
speaking of Trevor Lawrence here, I mean, how about the College Football Playoff Committee choosing their top 4 this past week? What'd you think about those top 4?
Well, I think OSU's in. Look at my background. The Buckeyes, deserve to be in.
Yeah.
61 coaches voted. 60 of the coaches put the Buckeyes in the top 6. You know who didn't put them in the top 6? Dabo Sweeney picks them as the 11th pick. This is a rematch of last year's semifinal.
Oh,
Clemson beat our Buckeyes 29-23. Remember, this is the first time we saw Trevor Lawrence run. We're like, oh my God, this guy can run.
Yeah, this guy can run.
And so this is a rematch of last year's semi. Remember that last year Clemson beat us, went on, and Burrow took them out in the finals. Now ATN and Trevor, they all want to stay to come back because they thought, okay, we're going to come back and take this title.
Yeah.
And now the Buckeyes are in the way. It's not our fault that the Big Ten messed this up and didn't know how to manage COVID like the Southeastern Conference and the ACC. But now it's not the Buckeyes' fault. The Buckeyes got a chance. Let's go, man. Let's get it on January 1st, baby.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing here is a lot of people talk about deserve versus best or resume. There's a lot of different things that go into this. Now, Alabama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Clemson, I actually think they got this right. I really do. When you look down at the resumes, clearly Clemson and Alabama were in. It comes down to Notre Dame versus Texas A&M and Ohio State not played enough games. I think Ohio State proved they beat 2 top 20 teams. They should probably be in. They win the Big Ten title. And then you have Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. Both lost to top 2 teams. Texas A&M, though, lost by 28 to Notre Dame's 24. Notre Dame has beaten that team, so they're split, actually. Texas A&M beat a good Florida team, but they lost to a 3-win Florida team, or a 3-win LSU team. So how good is Florida? Really not sure. I think they got the best 4 in. It's going to be an awesome semifinal. That Clemson-Ohio State rematch is going to be so much fun.
How dare Dabo do that? I love Dabo.
He's so petty. I love it.
I'm an Ohio State guy, and I love Dabo. But, man, he put a stake in my heart with that 11th ranking, kind of jabbing us. And that's up in the locker room downtown at Columbus.
Yeah.
I was down there at Ohio State. I'll be down there tomorrow morning. That's up on the wall, man.
Well, I think actually they've interviewed a lot of these coaches, and they say they differ from the committee in the fact that they're in the daily grind. And they think every game matters. They've had to do this for months and months and months. They understand the week-to-week preparation that it takes. So they think games matter. Now, you snuck in that a lot of these coaches chose top 6. A lot of them, Nick Saban included, did not choose top 4 for Ohio State. So they think games matter. Even though Ohio State is the best top 4 teams, they don't deserve to be in, I think.